Welcome to our show, Making Connections. My name is David Triana, and I'm going to be your host. Today, I am joined by Paola Connor, who is going to be my co-host from this show, and hopefully for many more to follow. Welcome to our show, Paola. How do you feel?
Thank you, David. I'm feeling great. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to many more. And I'm really excited to be here.
We are glad to have you, and I'm very glad that you are the co-host of our show. And indeed, we look forward to having you do many more. But tell us a little bit about yourself, so that those that are watching us can know who Paola is. What do you do when you are not doing Making Connections?
Well, I'm from Lima, Peru, and I have been living in this beautiful country for the last 20 years. I currently live in Gulf Breeze, and I do real estate. I have been doing real estate for the last 7 years. I started in Central Mississippi, and now I'm in Northwest Florida. So I'm handling 2 states right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing this show
For sure.
with us. Making Connections is produced by Conexion Media Group, as we mentioned previously. And Conexion Media Group is the publisher of the Conexion English and Spanish monthly publication. But our company does a couple other things on a regional basis. We are also the founders of the Hispanics and Friends Linked business networking socials. We host them throughout the region, and we bring people together, business people, nonprofit organization leaders, and the like. But another thing that Conexion Media Group does is we organize and we sponsor and support large cultural and charity events in our area. We are glad to report today that we recently hosted a hugely successful international festival on May 6th at the Fort Walton Beach Landing, and it was a great success with over 1,500 people in attendance. We're going to be showing you a video clip from the event later in the show, and God willing, what we're trying to do with this festival is that from this point forward, it is going to become a signature spring season event for everyone to enjoy. Paola, tell us a little bit about the guest that we're going to have today, because we're going to have a great guest.
Absolutely. We have a great guest today, and she's here to tell us about her huge success of her program in Tallahassee. And her name is Amanda Wiggins. Amanda is the program coordinator for the Youth Leadership Program based in Tallahassee. So stay with us. We'll be right back with our interview with her.
Do you want to advertise to thousands of Hispanics and non-Hispanics in Northwest Florida and Southern Alabama?
¿Quieres promover tu empresa y producto a miles de hispanos y no hispanos?
Connexion is your most cost-efficient way to do so.
Conexión es tu solución.
We are the largest English and Spanish publication in our region. Our primary mission is to inform, guide, and educate our readers via interesting content.
Somos la publicación mensual en español y en inglés de la más grande distribución en toda la región. Además de las 5,000 copias en papel, tenemos activas las redes sociales, incluyendo Facebook, Twitter e Instagram, y también por Internet.
Conexion is your bridge to connect you to the growing Hispanic market in the region. Call us.
Llámanos.
With us today is Amanda Wiggins. She is the program coordinator for Youth Leadership Tallahassee, and she was brought to the area by United for a Good Cause Incorporated. United for a Good Cause Incorporated is a 501c3 charitable organization that focuses on the region's youth, and they host a host of events for the youth of the area. Amanda was brought here to speak to local area leaders about her excellent program based out of Tallahassee called Youth Leadership Tallahassee. How are you doing, Amanda?
I'm doing well, thank you, David.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you, I'm excited to be here.
And have you ever been to our wonderful Emerald Coast area?
I have for different conferences as well as personal. Florida is a beautiful state, and we love our Forgotten Coast, and the Emerald Coast is just so beautiful as well. So thank you for having me. It's been a great time.
It sure is a beautiful, beautiful area. And so how did your presentation go this morning to the leadership of the area as it regards to Youth Leadership Tallahassee?
I think it went really well. I was excited to be in a room full of community leaders who want to impact this area and make a program for the youth and to really bring about some change with targeting that population that we know is so crucial to target when they're in high school and younger, and to develop them into the adults and leaders that they're going to be for the future.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, Amanda, and what the program is all about.
Yes, so I grew up in Central Florida and came to Tallahassee to attend Florida State University. I went to school for public relations and was very fortunate to get an internship with the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce while I was in college. And then that internship turned into a part-time job with Leadership Tallahassee. And then upon graduating from college, I was able to be hired full-time and stay in Tallahassee, which was a community that we really fell in love with, my husband and I. And so it was nice to have the best job ever and to live there as well. So it brought us up to Tallahassee.
That sounds great.
And then a little bit about our program. Leadership Tallahassee is a program that I work for, and for 35 years, Leadership Tallahassee, a program of the Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce, has cultivated a diverse network of emerging and experienced leaders committed to improving our community. And so one of the ways that Leadership Tallahassee does that is through Youth Leadership Tallahassee. So that's the program that I get to work a lot with and I'm really excited about. And so we're in our 15th year of building these young leaders in our community. And so we bring together a diverse network of high school juniors from public and private schools in Tallahassee. And we have curriculum and programming that helps to build them into leaders who are committed to improving the community.
Sounds like a great program. Sounds like a great program. And how does someone get to participate in this program?
Yeah, so the students are selected their high school sophomore year from public and private schools. So we have a great connection with many of the high schools in Tallahassee, and I have contacts at each school, and we promote the application season. All of the students who apply for the program receive an interview with Leadership Tallahassee graduates. And so everyone who applies gets a positive interview experience, something that we take a lot of pride in, that they are receiving these interviews at such a young age. And so they are selected. We have about 120 to 150 students apply each year. And so for our resources that we have, we can take about 38 students each year. So we're really excited to be able to offer that program to the students, and then also to let the students who are not selected for our program, we give them a list of other opportunities in our community to build some of their leadership skills, because they're already interested in it. We don't want that to end for them just because this isn't the program that they've been selected for this year.
And can you give us some information or mention some of the main supporters of your program and how the program itself is funded?
Yeah, we have a fundraising event that happens in September each year, and it's called the Distinguished Leadership Awards. So we have a lot of businesses who sponsor tables and present that award ceremony that honors a lifetime leader in our community, a pace setter, a leader of the year, and a servant leader. So it's a very great evening event that we have in September each year, and that raises a lot of the funds for our programming. The next source of funding that we have is our Leadership Tallahassee alumni. And so they put in the work as far as volunteer as well as the monetary support. Each year we have alumni donate to the program. And then they also run the program as far as the program days that we have. There are our volunteers, and we say that they're the magic of our program, is the Leadership Tallahassee graduates that we have do that. Another way, we do have participant fees, but we never let that be a barrier for any of our students, because we want students with all different backgrounds that can come into our program. So we have scholarships, payment plans available. We don't let that be a barrier for anyone to participate in our program.
And that's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing to be able to have the ability or provide the opportunity for the low-income kids to participate in such a program, because they may not be able to afford it.
That sounds fantastic. So what are the financial options that families have to have for their son or daughter or both to participate in the program?
So we know that high school is expensive for any family, so we don't want this leadership opportunity that these students have been selected to be something they can't do. So among all the other things that they're continuously asking their parents for money about, we don't want this to be one of those. So the actual cost of the program to run it for a student, if you divide it by how many students we have, is about $2,500. And so we charge for students who are selected $250. But like I said, for the $250, even though it is a nominal fee, we understand that to not everyone that is a nominal fee.
Right.
So we have the payment plans and scholarships that we offer. So we'll work with anyone on any of that. So we're really excited to be able to do that, and we make sure we budget for that.
Amazing.
That's outstanding. And the program itself is on its 15th year.
Yes.
Originally, it was created by
Leadership Tallahassee Class 20. So our Leadership Tallahassee classes, it's an adult community leadership program, and we had a group who came together and made their class project was creating this program. So they spent their entire class year doing the research behind it, showing how it could be sustainable for our program, for our community. And so that was a group of attorneys, business people, nonprofit leadership trainers, speakers, the whole gamut of what makes a community. And so we had the best minds working behind it. And so we are really excited to, we welcomed our 15th class in April at orientation. And then in July, we're going to have our opening retreat. And so the program actually runs monthly once the school year begins. So their first program day is September. And so they learn about different sectors of the community each program day.
So 15 years, that means a kid that attended 15 years ago is now an adult somewhere, a leader somewhere, hopefully, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure you have some examples of those success stories. Can you
Absolutely.
share
So we
at least
have-
one of them with us?
Yeah, absolutely. We have students who have grown up and they're now adults and professionals in our community. So I think that puts them around 30 years old is like how they've become professionals in our community. One of the outcomes that I really enjoy speaking about is the board placement that we do upon graduation. And so that's something I've seen a lot of success stories with is the board placement. So we have a program called Building Better Boards, and so we make sure that any student who would like to, it's not a requirement. So this year, out of the 38 students, we had 16 students select to be on a board, a nonprofit board in our community, and we sent them to board training at free of charge. So that they could understand, board financials, how a board meeting is ran, what a board does in the leadership of an organization. And so we have different nonprofits in our community that have really seen some positive impact that these students have made. And some of the success stories from that is that these students, some of them actually, if they stay in town, they'll go to Florida State, Florida A&M University, or TCC, and they will stay on the board that they were placed on their senior year of high school. So I think that's something that's really special to see, is that that they want to still continue to make an impact in the community as an adult beyond their senior year commitment that they made upon graduation. Another success story that I really like is that we have our youth graduates that are coming back and giving to the program through opening retreat, chaperoning, planning program days. We have a steering committee that we ask the students to be placed on that help us with our programming. So they give some input from their class year. And then last year we actually had one of our students plan a program day, human services, with co-chaired with someone else. So that was something
really
that was really
impressive.
nice.
Yeah, that's truly inspirational. I have been reading about the program, and it's amazing. Actually, one of the participants was an intern at the White House, right?
Yeah. So looking at some of the testimonies from our graduates. One of them had said that they interned at the White House upon, following their graduation in their life, and that they it really gave them the confidence to speak
Absolutely.
to some of the leaders that they came in contact with through that internship, and made that a positive experience. So they're everywhere.
Anything else that you would like to add about this program or your visit here in the area?
Yeah, this program, I'm really passionate about it, and I'm excited to be here. We have a lot of programming that Leadership Tallahassee does, and this one targeting youth is something I think is really important, because this generation is really excited to get involved in decision making for their lives, for their communities.
Right.
And I think giving them the tools to do that is really important in our job as adults, is to give them the right tools and avenues, and to teach them how to communicate with other generations in the
Correct.
most effective way, because that's really what they want to be at the table. They've proven that time and time again. And so how can they be at the table and be a positive contributor to that? And so I think that the board experience speaks to that. When you ask a student that's a possibility for them to even serve on a nonprofit board, and to have input into that leadership of an organization, I think that's really important.
Absolutely.
So the empowerment that it gives them, I think, helps a community.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to thank you for coming to visit us here at Making Connections. We know that the show is probably going to be watched in Tallahassee, and we'll put up your website for people to see. We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Emerald Coast. It sounds like a great program, and one of those programs that, in my opinion, should be in all communities.
Yes,
because
absolutely. Yes.
they
We
are
need it
indeed
here.
our yes, exactly, and they are our future. And
Absolutely.
we need to take care of them now.
Yes, and that's a great point. When we started this program 15 years ago, we used models from other communities, and that's the best way to do that. Like you said, reinventing a wheel is not necessarily the most effective.
Right.
I know that Youth Leadership Jacksonville was a big program that we had looked at when we were doing that. And then there's the Association of Leadership Programs. So we're really excited. We have a lot of resources in this area to use and to grow. So
Awesome.
Outstanding. Thank you very much again for coming to Making Connections.
Thank you, Amanda, for coming. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
As David mentioned before, the Conexion Media Group hosted the International Festival here recently in Fort Walton. And here's a short video of the event. Enjoy. ¿Quieres comprar o vender una casa? La compra de una propiedad es mucho más que una inversión. Es la transacción más importante de su vida. Por esta razón es importante la ayuda de un profesional. Paola Connor tiene muchos recursos para ayudarle en la compra y venta de una propiedad. Hace las negociaciones por usted, tiene acceso a toda zona y precio, puede darle información actualizada sobre lo que está sucediendo en el mercado y le ayudará a cerrar en la compra y venta de su casa. Paola le mostrará el camino a su nuevo hogar. PaolaSellsHomes.com 601-278-4061.
There is always something happening in the Making Connections area. Let's hear about some of those events. Hispanic Fest 2018. Don't miss this fun festival organized by United for a Good Cause Incorporated. It will take place on Saturday, September 8th from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. at the beautiful Emerald Coast Convention Center in Okaloosa Island. This is the 5th anniversary of Hispanic Fest, and there will be live and DJ variety music, food and product vendors, and lots of family-friendly fun. For sponsor and vendor information, go to unitedforagoodcause.org or to their Facebook page.
Another great event coming up in our region is the 4-day Local for Love Festival. It is scheduled for September 13 to the 16 at Railroad Square Park in Tallahassee. Loco for Love is a live 5-part telenovela that brings Miguel de Cervantes and William Shakespeare back from the dead. It is brought to you by Theater with a Mission.
The 40th Destin Seafood Festival will take place from October 5th to the 7th all along the Destin Harbor. For more information, go to their website, destinseafoodfestival.com.
We hope you enjoyed all these events and look for details in our Connection website.
Tienda La Mexicana y Taquería en Destin, donde te tratamos como si estuvieras en casa. Tenemos gran variedad de productos de México, Centroamérica, Brasil y de Colombia. Además, servicios de envíos y recargas de las empresas más confiables. Visítanos y come en nuestra taquería o llévate algo a tu casa. Tenemos deliciosa comida incluyendo tacos de carne asada, carnitas, al pastor y más. ¿Te gusta el menudo? Ven y disfruta de nuestro menudo todos los domingos. Tienda La Mexicana y Taquería Destin también puede preparar tu comida y pasteles para todos tus eventos especiales. Te esperamos en Tienda La Mexicana y Taquería en Destin.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
This is David Triana, and this is Conexion on the Streets. We are at First Friday Coffee, which just ended the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce's monthly networking activity. And today we are with Tiffanie Nelson. She is the founder and executive director of Food for Thought, and she gave a wonderful presentation today. We want to ask her a few questions about her organization. How are you doing, Tiffanie?
I'm doing well. How are you, David?
I'm doing wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about Food for Thought?
Absolutely. So I started Food for Thought outreach 8 years ago, and we fight child hunger in Okaloosa County and Walton County. We run 5 programs to provide year-round access to critical food for the children in need in this community, and we do that through an army of volunteers and community partners.
Outstanding. Your presentation was really great. Everybody here, was very interested in what you're doing, and I hope you got a lot of contacts about what you guys are doing, and hopefully some support. Can you mention a couple of the main supporters of the organization?
Absolutely, I can. So one of our main partners is the Destin Charity Wine Auction Foundation. We've worked for a few years with them, and they make generous contributions to us. We work with Howard Hospitality, Silver Sands Outlet Mall. We work with Term Brokers Insurance. We have a variety of partners that work with us.
Wonderful. And this is, again, a youth program. You are helping feed the children of our area.
Correct. We help children at school age, so we have programs to reach a child as young as 5 all the way up through high school. So our main program is a weekly backpack program that provides over 3,000 children food every week that they get to take home and prepare themselves so that they can nourish themselves over the weekends. But we also have programs in the summer, and today, actually, we're packing bags for our first summer service this year. So considering summer is so long, the children in our services miss up to 110 meals over their summer vacation. And so our programs bridge that meal gap so that when they return to school, they're ready to learn.
And it's a great thing that you bring it up to the fore here in a public venue like this one, where there are a lot of business people, a lot of nonprofit organizations, and people that can help. You know, because it is supported by the private,
Yes, it is
arena.
a private organization, meaning we don't take state or federal funding. So every donated food item, every donated dollar really makes it happen for us. And our backpack program only costs $5 per child per week. So it's really something that everybody can participate in. And in Okaloosa County, we serve over 1,700 children a week, and we have a lot of need yet to still be met.
Thank you very much for being with us here at Conexion on the Streets. We hope that the community that is watching this show will support Food for Thought. Can you tell us what the website is real quick?
Absolutely. So if you want more information, it's www.fftfl.org.
Thank you very much, Tiffanie, for being with us. And watch us, Conexion on the Streets, for during the Making Connections interview show of Conexion Media Group.
Thank you.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Well, as they say, all good things come to an end. This is the end of our show for today, and we hope you have enjoyed our interview with Amanda Wiggins of Youth Leadership Tallahassee and have learned more about that wonderful program that they have over there. I want to thank Paola Connor for being my co-host today. How did you like it?
I love it. I can't wait to do it again. And I look forward to many more shows with you, David.
Wonderful. You did a great job, and I appreciate that. We want to invite everyone to watch our show via the Conexion YouTube channel. And we also want you to make sure that you share it with your friends, with your family. We want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that more and more people can watch this Making Connections show. You look for the links in social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And again, make sure that you share it with your friends. Anything else you would like to add?
Los invitamos a ver nuestro programa en español totalmente traducido en nuestro canal de YouTube.
Thank you very much for watching. Nos vemos en el próximo programa. We'll see you in the next show.
Hasta la próxima.